This speech is to inspire people about the life of George Balanchivadze. George Balanchivadze was a man I hardly knew growing up, and yet I still praised to him and his American ballet teachings that spread globally every single day of my life. I want you to imagine a little girl just wearing a tutu, twirling about. Picture her with this pure happiness and joy of a smile as she dances in her ballet classes. Watch her grow. Applaud for her achieving lead roles and see her dream to be in the New York City Ballet. I want you to imagine passion. My passion. My name is Naomi Lindquist, and I had the dream to be in the New York City Ballet. For 14 years of my life, I dedicated and was committed to the life of ballet, training under the tunnel vision technique of George Balanchivadze called Balanchine, the American style of ballet. Unfortunately, I was approached by a devil wearing a fashionable suit, and we'll call him Sciatica. It was at dusk when Sciatica pinched my nerve and said, "Dream no more." Defeated, I was depressed and no longer had the yearn to dream, just as he said. It's been 2 years since, and during this time I've done a lot of closure coping. This process began with me noticing how I dedicated myself to the teachings of one man, George Balanchivadze. And since my artistic director, Daniel Jewell, was trained directly by Balanchivadze, I've heard a lot about him, yet I hardly knew anything. Who was Balanchivadze? How was he inspired and capable of creating this whole new form of ballet? How did he spread? From this curiosity, Jewell referred me to a book his sister, Renee Duell-Bethany, wrote about the life of Balanchine called Balanchine, Russian-American Ballet Master Emeritus, published in 2012. I also came across the New York City Ballet official website, which was launched in 2012 and founded by George Balanchine himself. So who was George Balanchivadze? According to Renee Duell-Bethany's biography, she said that he was born in St. Petersburg, Russia, January 22nd, 1904, during the Russian Revolution. Originally, he never wanted to be a ballerino. Instead, he wanted to become a military officer or a minister like his uncle, until the age of 9, when he was convinced by his younger sister's friend to audition and was also accepted by the St. Petersburg Imperial School of Ballet and Theater. The New York City Ballet stated that after he graduated, Balanchivadze studied piano and musicality at the Conservatory of Music. He became a ballet master at the Ballet Russe, and as well as choreographing many stage works, which resulted in Balanchivadze leaving the Soviet Union to go on tour at the western side of Europe. In 1927, Balanchivadze suffered from a knee injury, which ended his professional ballet career, just as mine with sciatica. As a full-time choreographer, Balanchivadze landed positions in the Royal Danish Ballet, Cochrane Musical Theatre, and was a contributor to forming the Ballet Monte Carlo in 1930. However, he was faced with another battle, the battle of unemployment. This is when Balanchivadze was fired from the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo in 1933. In the face of a door being slammed in his face, he was faced with a new door of opportunity, the door of choreography. So how was Balanchivadze capable of creating and was inspired to create this whole new form of ballet? Touched by an angel in disguise, Lincoln Kirsten, a man from Boston, convinced Balanchivadze to move to America and create this new ballet school in America. On January 2nd, 1934, the School of American Ballet, SAB, was founded by Balanchivadze and Lincoln Kirsten. This is when Balanchivadze changed his name to Balanchine to be more Americanized. From then till the end of his life, on April 30th, 1983, Balanchine choreographed many famously known ballets such as Serenade, which is my personal favorite, Stars and Stripes, Firebird, Agon, Who Cares, and the very first ballet in the history of ballet to ever have no storyline, Jules. Now, if you've seen any of these ballets, you might notice that there's a resemblance between them. You'll notice that it has something that classical ballets lack. The New York City Ballet states it best. Balanchine's style has been described as neoclassic, a reaction to the romantic anti-classicism. This means modern. It is a combination, and yet it is so romantic, of the different forms of dance such as modern, African American, waltz, contemporary, and many more. With this new form of ballet, how did Balanchine spread? Think of a seed. When you plant it, it grows. When it grows, it blossoms, and then it pollinates, even cross-pollinating. Many dancers refer to Balanchine as the seed who bloomed. From diversifying the art of ballet, choreographing over 400 ballets, and planting a seed in many famous dancers such as Suzanne Farrell, Maria Tallchief, Peter Martins, Patricia McBride, and many more, these seeds grew and blossomed. Dancers like Suzanne Farrell pollinated, founding their own schools and companies, planting more seeds. The Balanchine technique spread throughout America and globally as dancers toured. His ballets can be seen not only in American companies and schools today, but all over the globe in different companies and schools. As I come to conclude, I want you to bring back that imagination of passion, but this time, see it from Balanchine's eyes. A man who fell in love with the art of ballet only to be injured, he fought his fight with the devil every day of his life. He created Balanchine, something his devil had no chance against. And then he planted his seed, one in me. George Balanchine has inspired me every single day of my life, from finding passion to facing injury and creating a fight that sciatica can't beat. I didn't turn away from the ballet world, I merely just created a new dream. And that dream is to become a physical therapist so that others who discover this passion won't be torn away from it. I want to leave you with this quote by George Balanchine himself. It's like the time capsule with everything in it, or like the seed that when you plant it, becomes the enormous tree with leaves and fruit. Everybody was in that little seed, and so everything can open. The tree of dance is just like that. It just takes a long, long time to blossom. Thank you.